Meanwhile, in New Mexico, state lawmakers there have launched an investigation into this ranch, once owned by the convicted sex offender. A bipartisan panel will investigate allegations that the ranch may have facilitated sex abuse and sex trafficking. CBS News correspondent Ian Lee has more on this.
Hi there. The Zorro Ranch is a sprawling ranch in New Mexico. Jeffrey Epstein bought it in 1993 and owned it until his death. But it was with these latest dump from the Epstein files that it's come into focus, especially when it mentions that 2 foreign girls were allegedly killed and buried on that ranch. I spoke with a New Mexico state representative, Andrea Romero, about that and people connected to it. This is what she had to say.
To know that somebody reported possible bodies being buried on this property is horrifying, and must be brought to justice immediately. The list keeps growing on these persons of interest. They can be anyone from alleged perpetrators to those that were involved in activities, were witnesses. And certainly many of the victims who we know for years have said that they were participant to these crimes.
Well, she mentioned that New Mexican authorities are trying to gain access to the ranch to start looking for any bodies that may be buried on it. Now, that email said 2 bodies. There could be more. And that's why New Mexico officials want to know what is out there. Now, the new owner of the ranch, Don Huffines, who is a Texas politician, he said that no one has approached him about getting access to that ranch. But he did say that any law enforcement comes to him, they will have full access and full cooperation with their investigation. Now, also speaking with the representative, she said it was critical that this be bipartisan. It passed unanimously. This Truth Commission has a $2 million budget. They have to file a report by January of next year. But this is more of what she had to say about it.
So critically important that the public knows that we are not playing political games around the importance of this investigation. This bipartisan commission is fully committed to what we're trying to discover. We need to know what Jeffrey Epstein was doing in New Mexico, how he was doing it, and why he was doing it.
They're also asking the public for any help. Anyone who may know anything, visited the ranch, heard anything, they have a tip line. They say anyone who comes forward could have their identity concealed. But really, they want to get down to the bottom of what's going on, and they are working closely with New Mexican authorities who can bring criminal charges to anyone they find who did anything illegally. Back to you.
All right, Ian, thank you very much.